I thought my neighbor was spying on me. For months, I was convinced my neighbor was spying on me. It started small. I noticed his curtains moved every time I stepped into my living room. When I went out to check the mail, his door would open seconds later. If I watered my plants, he was suddenly outside too. It felt coordinated, intentional. I told myself I was being paranoid. Then my Wi-Fi name changed overnight. I hadn't touched the router. A few days later, a package I was expecting disappeared. And when I asked the building manager, she casually said my neighbor had turned it in because it was outside my door for a while. How did he know it was mine? I started documenting everything: times, movements, patterns. I stopped using my phone near the windows. I kept the lights off at night. I even stuck a piece of tape on my laptop camera like people do in spy movies. Except I was dead serious about it. The breaking point came when I caught him standing in the hallway, staring at my door. I asked him what he was doing. He jumped, apologized, and said he thought he heard a smoke alarm. His voice shook. That somehow made it worse. Guilty people are nervous, right? I spent the next week spiraling. Every noise sounded suspicious. Every coincidence felt deliberate. I was sleeping badly and barely eating. I realized I was building my entire reality around fear. So I finally confronted him. Not aggressively, just exhausted. I told him I felt like I was being watched and I needed to understand what was going on. He looked confused, then embarrassed, then relieved. Turns out, his wife had died the year before. He was retired, alone, and struggling. He said he noticed me because I reminded him of his son, who hadn't visited in years. He admitted he watched the hallway because it made him feel less invisible. The Wi-Fi change was a building-wide reset. The package was dropped in the wrong spot. The timing was just two people living predictable routines in a small building. I didn't know what to say. We talked for almost an hour about grief, loneliness, how easy it is to fill silence with assumptions. When I went back inside, my apartment felt different, quieter, safer. I wasn't being watched. I was being mirrored by someone else's loneliness. I learned something that day. Fear is a powerful storyteller. It can turn ordinary people into villains if you let it. And sometimes, the thing you think is spying on you is just someone hoping to be seen.